Okay, so you may have had some trouble yesterday. If you tried to work on your files and didn't have all the linked files, then we didn't really go over that by mistake. Sorry about that. So I'm going to go over it right now. What you need to do is essentially very similar to what we do in InDesign and Adobe Illustrator, which is package, I think is what they call it now. We used to call it collect for output, package, whatever it is. Premiere Pro has something similar. What it does is it saves a folder with all these video files included, so that when you copy that folder over to another place, hard drive or OneDrive or something like that, then you will have all the linked files. So anyway, it's pretty simple. In order to do that, just go to File, Project Manager. That's the sequence that I have in there. You can see it's called Sequence 03. You want to make sure that Collect Files and Copy to New Location is selected. Exclude unused clips. Go over these. Make sure that they look good. Now it's trying to put it where I normally put stuff, but for now I don't want that there. So I'm going to browse, and I'm just going to say put it on the desktop, and it's going to create a folder on the desktop there for me. So I can choose just desktop and choose, and what does it say down here? Okay, so I have selected desktop, and now I'm going to hit OK. Yes, save and continue. So, not sure how long this is going to take. Let's see if it's there. So that looks like it's what it is. Yes, so as you can see, I didn't name this very good, but this is a folder, and it contains your project file, which is this, basically what you're working in, and also all the weird linked files that Premiere needs. So when you copy this to work on at home or on another computer or whatever, so you should copy the whole file and put it on your OneDrive or whatever like that. So, oops, let me get back there. So I'm not going to do that, but you just copy the whole folder. So you have all those linked files. So when you open it up at home, it's not going to be asking you for a bunch of missing files. And you should always keep that folder together and named appropriately, and etc. All right. Next thing, text for this project. We know we want a title at the beginning and the end. So at the title in the beginning, it's already specified that it needs to start off screen. So let's move it off screen. Let's get rid of all these keyframes. Okay, let's move it off screen. And you want a little bit of it sticking out so you can grab it, but you don't want to see any text. So we've been through this before. Over here in Effect Controls, you want to make sure that you are looking at text and what the text says, which is Go Eagles. And you're going to want to drop that down. We don't really need to look at source text right now unless we're changing the font, which it did on me. It changed the font, so I'm going to change it back, by golly. And I get extra bold. All right, there we go. And so anyway, I'm done with that. So what I want to look at here now is under text, Go Eagles, ignore source text. What I want to go under is transform. Drop that down. And for this, obviously, we're affecting the position. So let's make a keyframe. Here, I'm going to move this over so you can see this a little bit better. All right, so let's go move our cursor over to the beginning of the video. Our keyframe position is going to be off screen, our first one. You can see it right there, a little diamond, half diamond. And then we're going to move our sequence cursor on down a little bit, and we're going to tell it that that is where we want the text to end up when it rests, right there. So it's got another keyframe. So let's take a look at that, see how that looks. Okay, so relatively normal. So now what we want to do, I want to show you how to tweak these, this velocity. So like I told you about the mountain, I want it to come in fast, slow down, and come to a rest. All right, and so what I'm going to do here is go through the process of that, which sometimes takes a few clicks to figure out. Oh, yeah, I lost it again. You're going to lose it. We're all going to lose it. Make sure to grab this little arm here. And I usually just kind of pull it down like that. And then I grab this little arm here and do that. And then I get my mountain thing going. I might want to move it back a little bit, move this arm up a little bit. So that way it's going to come in really fast and then slow down. And I can always like slow it down even more like this. And then, and if I want to get like super, can I do that? I don't know if I can do that. Anyway. Yeah, if I want to get super detailed with it, I can even zoom in on it a little bit, and then scroll down to this side. If I can maneuver it. It's kind of wonky that when it's that wide out. All right, let's zoom back in to our mountain, and then smooth that out a little bit more. All right, now let's take a look at how it moves. Oh, I moved it in a little bit. Well, that's not right, but all right, you see how it comes to a nice slow, how did I do that? That was weird. So that should be, yeah. Now I really messed it up. Oh, that's right. Okay. So you can see your mountain thing there working for you. If I get back there, hard to see. Comes in fast, slows down, comes to a stop. I'm going to open that up a little bit. There we go. That's what I want to see. So you got the whoosh. For some reason, it's not letting me view that end of the screen, but it's got a little sort of a mountain peak to it right there. That's what we want to see. Okay. Now, if we want it to stay there and then fade away, right there, if we wanted to start, so opacity right now is at 100%. Okay, so let's mark that at 100%. And then on down here, we want it to go down to 0. Then we drag our cursor down to where we want it to go to 0 and pull the opacity down. And then you can see the whole thing together. Go Eagles, and boom, it disappears. That's kind of awkward looking and weird, but we can always change these, and I don't really have enough space to work here anyway, but there we go. So yeah, I kind of want it to go out a little faster than that, so let's speed it up a little bit. That just means moving the keyframes closer together. Yeah, there we go. Something like that. You can also play around with these if you want to. Well, at some point. There we go. There's our arms. So I don't really usually mess with opacity, velocity, but let's see what happens. Yeah, okay. Well, anyway, it's yours to do what you want with, but that's what I really expect to see. And lastly, I'm going to quickly show you how to do some essential sound. I think you know how to do transitions, right? You should. Over here under dissolve and where is it? There it is, cross dissolve. Basically, all I expect from you here is a cross dissolve in between each one. If you want to try something different, just make sure that it works and it's appropriate and it looks good and it looks smooth and it looks professional. So there's a bunch of cross dissolves. That's all I really expect. All right, so you got the idea. We're gonna pull some sound down there real quick. I don't care where you get it from. This is essential sound, and you can get it from YouTube or wherever I showed you. We've already been over that. Watch my videos. I'm gonna just drag it down here. I'm gonna show you very quickly how to fade out. A few of you may want to fade out and fade back in depending on how much dialogue you have, or you can use multiple audio tracks. You can split them up. So right now, this is what it looks like. So let's skip to the end. This is the end of my video, but it's not the end of the audio, so what am I going to do? It's going to sound like it's just cut off at the end. Yeah, and that's stupid. So about right here, I'm going to start fading it out. So what do? I go over here to the pen tool, just like in Illustrator, and create a point. And then I want to create another point at the end of the video. And I'm going to go back to the select tool and simply drag it down, just like in Illustrator, except this is an audio file. And then you can hear what happens. I guess I have to drag it all the way down, but I'm not. Oh, this is the left and the right, yeah, so. Okay, drag it down, all the way down now. So I could probably pull it out a little bit more, make it sound a little better. Yeah, so it sounds deliberate and it's over. And I think that's it. Okay, I hope you guys watch these videos. These projects have been pretty softball so far. They're going to start getting harder. The grading is going to start getting harder. These projects are going to start to matter more. So watch the videos, pay attention, show up to class, bring me something read to the next class. I don't care if it's a piece of paper or a keychain or a clown nose. Bring me something red.